Hello everybody, Strategic Sage here. The Creeper World 4 demo is back. Steam Autumn Game Festival begins today, and this is one of the things available in it for the low price of free. They say the full release is getting close. Close is a relative term. Best guess I've heard is next February. Could be earlier, could be later. We do have a new mission and some new features available in it, so let's dive into that. This is Shaka. Something important happened here a long time ago. I like the tagline here, and of course you have to say it properly, It's Shaka, when the walls fell. And if you don't get the reference, Google it. Star Trek Next Generation, most people will know what that is, I'm sure. And we have a new objective, act fast and don't lose the base to the lower left. We also have a new feature in the walls. Hold back Creeper for a while, that's obviously a return from an old Creeper World thing from previous games. They can optionally stop the flow of anti-creeper. So let's see what we've got. This delegate here is for the reclaim objective. I believe it just replaces the inhibitor they had in the first demo. We have this over here we need to hang on to obtain the hold objective. Perhaps the turbine can help. The turbine's over here. Then we have a pyramid for anti-creeper, bluite to supply that. And for all of these things, like spore launchers, we can now see how many of them, excuse me, and what time they're going to arrive. Same thing for the blob nests around here. We have emitters, we have a stash, and this is the return of Digitalis. How fun. Creeper seems to tend to clump in the current implementation of Digitalis, but it will snake along here and do sort of a non-traditional attack on our territory. And Digitalis, of course, the bane of many Creeper World players in previous games. We'll need the read-on eventually to fire our totems. But, yeah. Notice the scale here is 2 to 3 was the limit for the emitters to turn off in most of the previous demo games. This one's a little bit higher. Not oppressively so, but it is a little bit higher. You can get a pretty good amount of creeper on this map. And let's sit down here and get to it. I'm going to actually do all 4 of the objectives since this is the only mission added to the demo. Might as well get what we can out of it. And we just want to boost up our energy in, of course, a reasonably efficient manner if possible. Oh, waiting a bit long there. And now we're essentially caught up. So we don't want too much of a deficit. We also don't want too much storage. So we're starting to scale up here. And pretty much at this point now I can just spam them. Move over this way. We'll come out into this. I don't want to put them actually on the blue-white because I want the miners there. Okay, that's what we're going to start out with, and then let's get some miners in place. Whoops. I'm going to go blue-white with all of these, and of course, in order to facilitate that, we need the factory. Now, you can see the ERN portal here. It's still locked for the demo, but the sort of bit of it is in place, and that's kind of like amp gems for Particle Fleet. You can upgrade individual units with them, apparently. I haven't seen that in action yet, but it will be something that happens in the full game. And now we're starting to get this supplied. I want to make sure that I don't forget to nullify these. By nullifying these, I don't actually need any missiles, which is good because we're not going to be able to get to read-on right away. You can see the wall coming down here, and we need to get defenses in place. So we're going to put a few mortars. Couple cannons. I do want to throw towers up here. Let's go ahead and perhaps pylon a bit. And then we can put towers over here as well. Get us some more energy. And I want to put a mortar up here just to help out with this. Make sure things stay off there. Now, energy-wise, we're doing okay. But I'm definitely going to want mortars over here. So I got to put those up. Then my next step is to get snipers up before we have problems with this. Because we're nullifying all of these. There still is the one blob nest over there. It's got less than a minute. You can see it's flashing over here now, trying to warn us about that. So let's put a couple there. Let's see, I don't know how much we can afford. We'll put one here, one here, one here. Yeah, and I think there's a limit on how much energy I'm going to have right away. Let's see, how are we doing with this? I think that's increasing. I'm going to turn one of these to energy to just boost that a little. We don't have hardly anything in storage. I can't afford to throw anything more at this yet. Probably should have saved a little bit more energy. Maybe not put like things like this mortar up right away and put more energy for the snipers. Now we're coming back with some. So we'll throw one more there. Perhaps one here. Here comes one. I don't know if we're going to get it either. Nope. We didn't. So I'm going to have to rebuild that miner. Not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and throw another sniper here. We got two over there. I think perhaps another one here. And another one over here. Should be good for the moment. We're holding this off, though. I do have a stash that's about to blow. That's going to make things fun over here. Let's grab another mortar. But I haven't been paying attention as much to the AC here. Basically what the turbine does is, and it seems to do it more, like the deeper you get the AC over here, the more it seems to do it. But it essentially just shoves everything over here. The turbine teleports, I guess you'd say, anti-creeper over into this area. You can see the spikes of it to help us defend this. So that's a very nice idea. Now we're at about 5.5 minutes on needing to hold this. Then we've got the reclaim, the activate totems, and nullifying the enemies. We already nullified the 4 that are right next to us. Obviously the rest of them much further away up in this area. So what I want to do is I want to attack on this side using, you know, snipers for defense, mortars for attack, and then basically to hold the line so the mortars don't get overrun, we've got our anti-creeper. So I think it's time to begin scaling up and just deploying more mortars. You can see, I don't know what you're doing over there. So it appears, oh, you just spawned creeper over there on that. Okay. That's the thing you wanted to attack. And then I want to make sure that I'm getting... To really push this back, we've got to get mortars not just in defensive position, but... don't really have a spot there. Okay. More forward on the attack. You know what? I should be pyloning too. So let's do that. Yes, another warning that more of those are coming. We know. There we go. And then we'll do a couple over this way. I just want to have pylons connecting, you know, to all the front lines type of areas. I think we're pretty much set on that now. Once they get up. Getting to push this back. You see we got about 70k creeper, 3.5 out of the 5.0, and that's our amount of anti-creeper. So we're definitely outnumbered, but with the mortars, we're hoping to gradually equalize that whole comparison. So now it's time for a long and fairly slow attack. You can see we've almost actually won the level. If your only goal was to win, then you could simply claim the hold objective. And we're beginning to see bits of reclaim progress. Let's see how our snipers do on this guy over here. And they made short work of it. I think... move you up some. I think I want another sniper in this area, and definitely some more mortars. Because I don't want to run low on attackers. Probably another pylon would be good about now. Otherwise, we just keep moving forward. Well, that wasn't good, was it? We got a little bit too aggressive there with... yeah, that was a mortar. So, there's our stash growing again. And there we go. Technical victory achieved. I think probably now we're close enough. No, not yet. I think I'll eventually want to pylon across here to cut off some of the distance for the packets to travel, but I don't think I need to do that yet. Let's move much further up that way beforehand. You can see our anti-creeper amount gradually growing, the overall, you know, emit scale, and then their creeper gradually falling. And here's the wall. If we select it, it is unpowered because it has creeper. And now it's starting to power up because we're clearing out bits of it enough that it's not contaminated by the creeper. So it wants to power up, but it will lose power as it's damaged. Okay. Time to expand. And I also, you know, we don't want to enable the blocking on this as it continues to gain power, because we want our anti-creeper to be able to spill in there and help us. Unlike the wall that we have, where we do want to contain it so that the turbine can be useful. So we're up to about a quarter of the reclaim objective, which requires you to basically, of course, gain back quite a bit of the map, but not all of it. And we lost something else. We lost a mortar over here. We apparently advanced a little bit too quickly in that direction. So next on the objective is getting this read on and doing our totem. objective, and let's continue deploying more mortars. Perhaps another pylon. I'd like to have one right over there. Now notice you can't put them on top of this wall. So they're either outside of the wall or they're inside the wall. And that was apparently too aggressive. I thought for sure I'd be able to maintain it. I was wrong. We did keep the tower in place though. And this mortar is not looking too good either. Nope. So I'm getting a little bit too aggressive here is the problem. Need to be a little bit more careful and judicious in where I place everything. But at the same time, you see over here now, the AC has gotten powerful enough that it's basically just pushing back the creeper virtually on its own. But there's more strength coming from this direction, so it's not quite as able to do so there. Let's put another one. Nope, we can't put it on alongside you. Okay, let's put it inside. I just want to have some concentration in here and really work on lowering that down. All the trends positive in our direction. We just need to... Okay, we actually are connected to this read-on now. And that is all evaporated over there. So we can pylon over. And grab these. We'll take the energy that goes with it, of course, very happily. Now we're secure enough over here, I think we can start to pile in and really start to hammer this area. Expansion. Let's move perhaps up there with a sniper. Keep pushing out this way. And as the front continues to spread out, I think I still want more mortars. I don't see any need for cannons at the moment. But I really don't want you off that far. I want you to defend over this way. And I actually should have probably a couple more snipers at least. So now this wall coming up, we are pushing it back. We're almost to this, and we've activated 4 out of the 5 totems now. This shielding looks different here, but I think it looks pretty cool. I think that was a graphical improvement over the... I don't think the old one looked bad, but I think that one looks pretty darn cool. And there were some people who didn't like it. The old version, that is. Slide you out that way instead. Move up this way. We should be able to now connect to this one. And then, yeah, let's push out here so that we can turn the corner a bit and head back up that way. But I am drawing us a little bit thin over here, and I don't really like that. So let's go here. And there is our totem objective. Definitely turn out this way. Now, I think we're going to have some more troubles over here because this is going to block the AC as well. So we want to be cautious of that. Let's see. Put you there. Maybe you up there if we can manage it. I think having these underneath the shield, obviously a valuable thing to do. All right. Reclaim is at 3/4, so we're most of the way to that one. But the nullify enemies, that's going to take a while longer. We do have one coming up here. We can get up this ridge. Doesn't actually appear to be that much of a ridge. So that would be nice. That would cut their overall creeper production by 1/3. And you are not even connected to anything. Let's fix that and also move you inside. Definitely need to advance in this area. And let's see if we can pull all of these inside the wall. Should be able to do that now, I believe. Whoops. Duh. At this point, that wall is not going to serve a whole lot of purpose except for maybe being a fallback point. If things were to somehow, if I were to really screw up and things were to somehow go south, I could always pull back behind there and buy myself some time. Should not be necessary, but nonetheless a nice bit of security to have. And let us advance. Still not quite there on the reclaim, but we are getting a little bit closer all the time. This over here I've got to be a little careful of. It's piling up. I think in this area I need to be advancing. More warnings about blobs coming. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I like the fact that you can just select all these things. Get information about them on the minimap. I think that's a nice addition. We got lots of snipers, but that's... rather have too many than not enough. Probably can do some of this. Yep, over here it's growing. Over 90% now on the reclaim side of things. I do need to spread out, though. Pull a couple of these mortars over here. Let's make sure we don't get flanked. They're coming up pretty close. There we go. Now we're pushing them back. I think I've gotten behind on my pylons. That should be decent. And then if we go here, Somewhere. Come on, give me a spot. There we go. That should work. Alright. Very nice. I want to move in now on this emitter. And also on getting that reclaim concept over the line of success. And now the reclaim is in fact charging. We're soon to hit successful objective number 3. And there are achievements in this demo. There's not a lot of them. They're for the Easter eggs that we've already seen from the previous levels. And also for the different objectives that you can, you know, victory conditions that you can hit. Nonetheless, we will take it. And now we only have one left. Nullify or bust, as they say. And now I do think I want to use some cannons, because I want to really lock down. I say I want to use cannons and I build mortars. I'm meant to be building cannons. The idea is I want to lock this thing down. I think cannons will help me do that. This is a nice big cliff over here, but we'll worry about that later. Now we've got this under control. We're going to limit the resistance by nullifying it, and then we'll worry about everything else. And you are gradually coming up. There we go. We are nullified. As long as we keep that energy going, we are good. Now, got to deal with this. There's this over here with the blob nest, and there's this over here with the stash. I think the stash is the lower part, plus it'll, you know, perhaps be a stepping stone up there, so. Let's definitely get some cannons up here now that we don't need them for other purposes. I don't think I have any. Let's throw a sniper more up this way. Okay. So I want to try to spread out reasonably here. Let's have a cannon here. I want to have a bunch of mortars to really pound this. And I want more cannons, because I want to get some cannons up there eventually. I think what I want to do is wait until this fires again. Wait till the stash fires again, and then I can really go after it. The thing is, the mortars over here, they want to shoot this, which is not really optimal for me in terms of going up this way. It's one reason why I want to use cannons, to get up there. So if we... I think I should probably be going pyloning as well. I do find it a little bit confusing sometimes to distinguish between... Yeah, that's too far away. But to distinguish between, like, the pylons and the towers visually. Okay, we'll go there. And let's tower maybe there. So that we can... Yeah, now I don't want to move any further until this blows. There we go. Wait for it to fall. We might lose the tower there. Although we haven't yet. Wait till we start clearing a bit of a foothold there again. The stash is going to keep coming at us, so... Okay. Let's see, if I throw cannons up there now, how far can I get with this? Let's just try throwing 3 up there and see what goes. In addition to all the fire support they're going to get. That seems to be working okay. And then if I... Can't put you there. Maybe there? Yeah, you're still connected. So let's throw a sniper up there for defense. Maybe we get... Oh, okay, there goes the stash. So much for that idea. Sniper, you... Doggone it. Oh, we actually survived that. I didn't expect to. Okay. Let's throw another one up here. About there. Okay. So if these can hold this off, let me put... I'll put a mortar up there if I can. Nope, it's not going to fit. Okay, if they can hold that off, now let's move up here. Let's get closer with our mortars on this side. Looks like we've got another wave coming of maybe backlash from that, but I think that we are stopping the stash now. So that was my objective. Then I want to get right in here with mortars and now begin to clear this. Perhaps we've got a pylon over there reasonably close. Let's see, can we hold that? And then begin, let's... More cannons. It looks like this is stable. I mean, I could be wrong, but it looks stable to me. So, let's try the same approach. Get some cannons up here on the edge, wherever we can fit them. That's not going to connect anywhere, though. Yeah. We're not really getting... I need another tower over there. There we go. Now we're going to be in business. Then let's see about now that we seem to have better control. Bingo. If that goes up, we don't need snipers anymore. I think it's going to. So now any other spaces we can fill with mortars. Yep, there went some more blobs out, but there's gonna be another 2 minutes for the next attack, and I don't think they're gonna have 2 minutes. Let's see, let's tower here. Tower here and begin expanding, and then pylon. No? Pylon? There. I don't think we're ready for another pylon on this side yet. This is still really close. I need more mortars up here to... Yeah, I don't think you're doing much. Let's retreat you for now. Let's retreat you as well. I don't want to get rid of all of them, but I want to get more mortars up there and fewer cannons for the moment. And yeah, a lot of them are just going to shoot down here, but whatever. Wherever they're killing creeper, ultimately that's going to help. Okay, let's hop you forward. And then throw in more mortars behind. You gotta push them down the other edge of this cliff. Okay. Now I think we've got him down enough. Now I think I want to just... Okay, what did we lose? We lost these over here. To what? I have no idea what could have killed it. Anyway, guess I don't worry about it. I don't need to rebuild the sniper because we have plenty of snipers. Yeah, you're not accomplishing much. You're going to retreat for now. We're just going to mass as many of these as we can up here. Can we fit another one? We can. You too. You will be of use. I will need cannons later. I don't need them now. I don't need snipers either. Snipers are no longer important. I need every single mortar that I can cram into this space. Except I'm having a really hard time getting them where I want them to go. That should be pretty good. So we've got another emitter here to deal with, another one here, and you can see that, you know, the wall, essentially the snake or whatever, of creeper building up along that digitalis. But, let's see. Thought I had, maybe I removed it? Maybe I lost it? Had a pylon up here. Let's get you out of the way, basically. Let's pylon here. And then, yeah, that's what I want, right there. Throw up a couple towers by it. And now I want my cannons back. Let's throw a bunch of them down here. Nope, there we go. Bring in some mortars. And our overall numbers, you can see, like, we have way more AC. Although the AC isn't doing us any good anymore. This is all going to be firepower. But they're down to virtually no creeper at this point. Tower, please. Okay. Let's go after this over here now. Let's throw a couple of cannons up there by it. Back them up with a stupid amount of mortars. You know what? Let's throw another cannon Over there, yeah, we can support that. That'll defend that flank. And now we're knocking this down some, I think. Maybe not. I think we actually need more. Well, we've got to have another mortar here. Why are you not firing this way? That's what I don't understand. Okay. Put another one in. And yeah, a lot of these are just firing back that way when I wish they would fire here. Still, it might be good enough. I think that's going to be enough to get this in place. Move a cannon out here. Mortars forward. Just waiting for this emitter to go before I move too many things. Almost up to power. And there we go. Okay. Now we can really just shift everything. And the final attack is underway. Final emitter, the digitalis emitter. But I like the way this level's constructed in terms of, you know, which obstacles you have to get rid of in order. At least the route that I took. This cliff here is a nice little addition. And then, of course, you tackle the digitalis emitter last. So, we want to move in with our cannons. Everybody go. Let's get over there. Let's just mass an excessive amount of firepower in the area. Completely encircle it. And now it's totally has no chance. Gotta find a spot. And I believe that's my spot. Power up that nullifier. So, the walls did fall, at least in Shaka. At least the wall over here fell. Mine did not. Remained intact for the entire mission. No word on what happened to Darmok and Jalad. Perhaps Tanagra is coming later in another mission. But in any case, we're about to finish this up. 4 for 4. First nullify objective, another achievement. And victory in Shaka. Nothing left to do but jump. Yay! Alright, so that is basically everything there is to see now from the additions to the Creeper World 4 demo. Hope you found this enjoyable, and looking forward to the full game next year. As always, I'll be back with more Creeper World. Till then, thanks for watching.